Hi, everybody. Is it a hot evening over there for you, John? Hey, hey, Angie, our house greeter. How are you guys? What up, bro? Brother Thomas has opened up the readings already. He is ready to go, y'all. So, you know how it goes on Mondays. If you need your hope cup refilled, if you just need some positive shit, go on and put me in the chat. Thomas will get y'all going. As soon as he puts my first list up, we go. But until then, I get to run my mouth. Look what I found, y'all. Look what I found. Look what I found over the weekend. It is a 3 minute counter. It is a wonderful little thing. I absolutely couldn't walk past it. Man, there is something special about the sand that is in that hourglass. It is so wonderful. So I am lucky enough to live near a very historical place, and it's Fort Pickens, right? This fort's sand is wonderful. Oh my God. For those that can touch, sense, feel energy of any kind, this sand is wonderful. Not to mention, is it like very old, like old. Oh, it's so old. Like it's just like walking for me, like walking back in time. I get to see soldiers of different timelines and stuff. Anyway, it's amazing. I love going there. The energy's good. The ocean keeps it neutralized, keeps it clean because it's literally right on the edge. So, man, it is wonderful. It's I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the sand there, and I I don't know. Like there's an odd shape to the sand there. I don't know if it's because it's got battle energy in it and war energy. I don't know. I don't know everything. I don't know everything. I don't know everything. I don't want to know everything. But this sand, like walking around this weekend, I walked past it and it froze. I froze. Like I I kind of took a step back, like, oh, I, it was almost like the sand itself was protecting it. Like, I promise you, I didn't see it. I looked and looked and looked and looked in that area. Like, it had some really cool stuff in that area. There was, um, she had collected these gorgeous feathers from around the world, and y'all don't know how tempted I was, but I didn't take the feathers. I didn't get the feathers. I didn't get the feathers. Anyway, it was right there. It was right there in front of my face, and I didn't sense it. I didn't feel it. And I went over there, and it was like this connection to gold. Gold has never been.
Did you already show it? Because I don't know, half people probably don't know what you're talking about. Because I don't even know what you're talking about. Because I do, because I was there. But your notification came when you were past even talking about that. Just letting you know to show it again.
It's an hourglass, guys.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but I was telling you in chat, you just didn't see it.
No, I wasn't paying attention. So anyway, this hourglass, it's sitting there with these feathers and these beautiful statues of African animals, zebras and other African type of animals. And all of a sudden, it was just there. Like it was there. The energy was there. I don't know what it was, but it shot like was shining. Like it was like I don't think it's like prism glass. It just looks like regular glass. It doesn't feel like the glass at all, but it's like when I do this or this and I just like feel like just I don't know. There's something very special about this 3 minute counter, and I don't know what it is yet. I have no idea. I don't know if it's gonna be incorporated in the reads somehow. I don't know if it's just gonna be an inspiration for me, somewhere to channel maybe, because I can't always get out in there and get in the sand because of the sun, right? So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let me peek through the chat here because apparently I've missed a lot. So Let me see. Have I also missed a list? Nope. He's still got type me for messages. Tina, Rossi, Mo. Mo is work lurking. Miss Floyd, Josh, what you doing? Jazz, what's up, Jazz? How you doing? Got a half press pot left. You want some? I got some iced coffee right now. You have one with black sand? Ooh, jelly, jelly. Look, I don't need one. I'm just like, ooh, black sand. That would be awesome. That would be freaking amazing. Yeah, y'all do all them YouTube things. Y'all know how it goes around here. Yo, Rossi. So the team has made a decision, and you're on channel donation timeout. Yeah, the team says that you have. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, she is one of the biggest contributors to the channel, and the team just wants to give a big shout out. You are amazing. We love you so much, Rossi. Chloe's Crystals live Saturday after Truth Play. What? Interesting. Right? Right. Okay. I know I'm not. I know I'm not allowed. Don't you just hate when boss over here says, "But you're not allowed to buy anything." Like he's already putting the damn hammer down. Like it ain't happening. All right, I see my first list. All right. All right, let's see. Angie, Mr. Floyd, Jazz, and Rossi. All right, Angie, you are first. And all this all goes together. And these go together. Okay. All right. Hey, Google. Pause. All right. So it would appear that you have a meta message, but you also have a message from Archangel Phanuel. And she is about optimism and hope. So this week, she's coming in with optimism and hope, and some of the things that she's going to really want you to work on is the assessment of life experiences, right? What in your life, I did forget, but it'll be okay. Assessing it, making sure that has weight, volume, lessons, that has really substantially made you change or bring or allow change to come in. Make sure that is kind of tall on your list up there, give it a little bit more credit than maybe other things. But it's all about, really how you see it, how you perceive it, how you feel it, bring it in, and also either return it to sender if it's not your energy, or give it away because of the blessing or lesson that it was for you, and hope that it finds someone else and gives them something that maybe they're needing in their life. She's also going to bring the heron bird. I am not saying that right. The Harwin, heron. Is it heron? So anyway, you're going to have access to one of those working with this archangel this week. And she's also going to give you a chance to kind of clean up some stuff. And it does kind of make sense that they would pair that with this one. Assessing it, making sure that it's going to fit in your future somewhere. And that don't just kind of clean it up, tidy it up, move it on down the road, give it away, do whatever you need to do with it. But don't let it become part of your future, because it's time for you to make some changes into this new you, and new you needs a new representation and a new way, a new everything. So make sure you enjoy the new as it comes in. Your meta message is all about authenticity. So the overall energy of everything that's going to come from your meta message is about authenticity, right? It's about understanding you in a way that you may not understand you right now, like as we speak right now today, back and forth. But it is about transmuting pain, right? So when you take care of that pain or that fear, that just learning to control anger or any of those emotions that are still kind of like raging in the background, when you decide to take them forward with you, because you have to take all of you with you, but you have to find ways to transmute that retaliation that sometimes happens, right? Because you're not quite all the way in control. So this one, it's about understanding it, and with it being the fool's embrace, it's about understanding you in a way, again, that may not make a lot of sense to you. You may be like, why am I getting all gushy and mushy inside? I like the harder outside me. Yeah, but the harder outside you doesn't get to go into the future with you, right? These are lessons that even I myself am learning. I can't take old me into anything future me. It's not going to work. They're not going to get along. It's oil and water. It's a damn disaster. It's chaos in the making. I'm not doing that. So get out there, do some rain dances, do some rituals, do some cleansing, literally take a salt bath. If you can't take a salt bath, take a lavender bath. If you can't do that, go outside and pick some wildflowers and just bring Mother Gaia, bring the energy of her into your home. Allow her, this wild woman inside of you, whoops, wrong card, this one, this wild woman energy, this authentic you, because authentic was right next to this one. So imagine this as you're removing this, right? So when you let fear no longer guide you and you take the wheel, you are controlling it instead of it allowing control, right? You're no longer fearing something instantly. You're now more curious about something, or you're wondering why it happened, or maybe you find that spiders are crossing your path a lot of the times. Not one of my favorite things to talk about, but apparently we're going to talk about spiders for a second. So when spiders really start crossing your path, think about the origin of when they started really becoming sacred, because that's what it's about, right? It's about finding why they're here. There is much deeper meaning to why they're crossing your path, or why they're in your bedroom, or why they're this, or why they're that. Check with some Celtic magic, some older folk magic. Find out why different places of that spider showing up in your life have different meanings. Are they always outside? Are they always indoors? There are reasons for them to be in specific rooms that they're in, doing specific things. Are they attached to something you consider a sacred object? Well, guess what? They consider it a sacred object too. You are both honoring the both sacredness of that object. And that spider is also blessing you with one step farther by giving you the ability to make a stronger connection to something in that webbed world, because they themselves wanted to be attached to something that you see as sacred, or you love the object, or maybe it was an object that you found, but that object is special, and all of a sudden there's a spider on it. I don't know why, but spiders are going to mean something to you. They're a huge fear factor for me, so I'm literally taking this in. I'm literally not liking it, but I'm going to have to sacrifice something, and guess what? So are you. So that sacrifice is going to have a lot to do with this. And the wild woman and authenticity of overall of all of this message is this you are about to learn about, but you're not going to understand it completely until you make some serious changes and really start giving optimism and hope a stronger placement to lead with in your life right now with your mind, because your heart needs to make all the choices. And that's what I got for you. All right. Mr. Floyd. Mr. Floyd. Mr. Floyd. Like I instantly get some kind of marching something going on in my head. I don't know what this is all about. And it's not so much maybe the marching, I think they're focusing on like the repetitive, so repetitive chanting something. Almost got a funky beat like a high school band or a college band or something, when they're walking out on when they're walking out on game day or something, or I don't know. I don't know. Interesting. You could stop playing it now. It's quite distracting. I gotta do this. Okay. All right. So anyway, you are gonna be working with. You do have a meta message, but they're wanting me to start with the archangels that Metatron has invited for you to work with this week, and you get to work with Uriel this week. If you make and call out the call out to him. Anyway, he's all about that spiritual connections of every single kind, not one kind, not your kind, not their kind, every single kind. And he does it with nothing but passion. So therefore, there is no other emotion that could be making biased decisions with him when it comes to working with him. So make sure that when or if you do it with true passion, because that's his emotion, but also understand that what you're doing it for, you're not doing it to disown any of those that you may not understand or are scared of. You're going to be making connections spiritually with everything that is willing to connect. It's up to you to set the boundaries and what your will and will not sit down and have conversation with. You the more you learn on that side, the more it will guide you on this side, is what Miles said. There's something about an agreement that you've made, though, and again, we're staying on that spiritual level, right? So when we make a promise to do something and they allow that to happen and they start making those breakthroughs, you made an agreement with something on your team, right? It was something for the better of you, because guess what? Our spirit team don't really like deals, right? We don't know. It's supposed to be about growth, right? And when we let something go and we say let go and let God, or whatever you want to call it, source, universe, whatever, when you make that kind of agreement and you say, okay, if you let me start moving forward into future me and seeing, so I can start seeing and finding that light at the end of the tunnel, and then all of a sudden you start calling back and taking back that energy, it's insulting to them. So something about this spiritual agreement you made, it's got to be very easily fixed. So this spirit connection that could be coming in with you with Uriel, because he is one of those archangels that's not here for the nonsense type of things, right? So understand that he's also bringing you a duck this week, right? So the only thing and that they want me to tell you is to literally become the duck. Literally, ducks never get wet. You can see any animal at flight in the rain, even heavy rains, and you'll see every one of them drenched after it's been too long. Never a duck, though. Why is that? I'm going to leave it right there. Of course, obviously, it's a metaphor, but there's something so much deeper to it as well. So you, Uriel, you're going to find out what it is that you possibly pulled back. And it doesn't mean that you did it recently. We're talking in those worlds, right? You could have done it on another walk. It does not mean right now. So if you're over there racking your mind going, what, stop. Stop doing that, right? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let it go. If it don't apply right now, let it fly, right? If the shoe don't fit, don't lace it up. Don't walk around with something that isn't fitting right now. Come back to it. Sit with it for a little bit. But you are going to understand that whatever it is, it must be done by the book. You cannot sugarcoat it, secondhand it, shorthand it, or think you can just jump to the end in any shape, form, or fashion. This is a commitment that is a lifelong commitment. It is not something that you can just say, okay, I'm going to do it and make your mouth say it, but then there's no action, there's no follow through, or it's there and then you stop doing it. Those kind of sacred commitments, they don't see that as hurting them. You're hurting you. And all they do is they take a step back because apparently you're not ready yet. You're not ready for this kind of growth. You're not ready for this. And then you'd be like, well, dang, I lost the blessings as well. Of course. Of course. You don't think you're going to get the cash cow and you're not actually helping it be there, right? You have to be open. You have to leave the door open. You can't just say open, closed, open, closed, open, closed. It doesn't work like that. So, at whatever point you did that kind of walk or you made that kind of sacred choice to better yourself and then backed out from it, it only hurt you. So, and I have a feeling it's probably not this walk. I don't know why, but it feels like it's probably not even this walk. So make sure you understand that. And I say it's not that because your meta message kind of talks about the darkness, the new beginning, but it also says that everything was happening and is coming to life now, possibly in your life. This is your chance to clean it up, so to speak, but it is coming from an astral plane, right? It's coming from a far away land that you know all too well. I mean, you know it better than you know any city you've ever lived in right now in your life, even your favorite one, the best one you ever had. And you knew every alley, every dark way, every gangway, every step. You knew where everything was. But this originally homeland of where you walked originally, your very first walk was made in this place that is now crossing your timeline again in some astral form. It could be the reason that Uriel is coming and saying, hey, it's trying to make those connections to a cosmic you so that we can start working on healing every version of you, every version that walks, whether it walks with you now or it has descended and ascended on to its next place. There is something about that mystery, though, right? And it's going to be found in more than one season of the moon. You're going to have to maybe take and go get a moon book. I'm not telling you to buy anything. If you have one, maybe read from it for maybe just a chapter or two a week if you're not an active reader. But if you're an active reader, grab you a chapter or so every couple days and just start understanding how the different seasons of the moon is actually going to either help you or help you to know what must be moved around a little bit, what must be shifted, the perspectives changed. The overall energy of all of this does come with new, very brand new beginnings to something. It may be something that you feel like you have done before, and it's quite possibly that you have done it again. This all feels like it's in another walk from you, but it is one of your past walks. So it can be your choice to start cleaning up that cosmic energy now, and then there's not so much out there lingering around when you leave this meat suit and wait for your next walk. That's what I've got for you. Okie dokie, where'd my mouse go? There it is. Jazz. Oh, you're welcome. Well, you get a double message. All right, Jazz. All right, you actually get a double message from Metatron himself, right? So with coming of Metatron, the first thing I always say, you must remove every bit of negative. Even if you got a little bit stored in your pinky toe, he'll know it and he will not fully come through. Metatron does not do negative. I know there's a lot of things that he does do. He works with all kinds of gorgeous, beautiful other brethren, angels, archetypes, archangels, seraphims. Look, he works with a lot, right? Not only that, he works with a lot of other humans, right? So he can and possibly will present to you in the way that he senses is going to be the easiest for you. With understanding that comes with understanding, and it also comes that ancient wisdom, right? Something in you yourself needs to be understood. But in order for you to understand this part of you, there's got to be a little bit of something that you're maybe curious about and you don't want to open up to it, right? but it keeps lingering in the background, right? It keeps crossing your path somehow. It feels like it's tempting you, right? It's actually not for you, but you're not going to know this until you actually open up to something a little bit older than it itself, right? So you get the rooster card that's coming in for you, not for you. And in order for all of this to happen, though, you must unlock that heart, right? So when you unlock that heart, when you make everything go from panoramic to a full circle, there's something, you're right, it's not meant for you, but it's going to come from a much older knowledge that actually will work for you, right? Right? Talk about not making sense, right? However, it comes right now, it's intimidating, it's scary, and it's like, no, I don't want, 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 I don't want. Well, the rooster is coming to wake the early bird up. There is a older, much more ancient way that this will work in your world, but you have got to understand what it is first. And the only way for that to happen is for you to get it out of your head completely, because you cannot make logic sense of it. You cannot make scientific sense of it. You cannot make modern day whatever make sense of it, because it doesn't fit. It's the ancient way that you need to understand. And the only way for that to happen is to move it all the way out of your head and put it all the way in your heart. Open up that beautiful, gorgeous curiosity cabinet that you carry in your chest and let it roam around. Let it find out what it feels like to burn, what it feels like to know what the real raw power of cinnamon can capably do to the body, to the senses, to the bad guys. Know much more than you know right now. No one can have all of the knowledge, but when you get the access for Metatron to go way deeper, take it. Take it, take it, take it. He also comes in with another little message for you. There's something about you that's going to happen with a vision quest. It's all about rising up. So your overall energy of the meta message that ties all of this in together, it's all about you rising up to another level that right now you don't understand. And it is probably going to be crazy, but that's okay. Chaos can be controlled and change will balance out a lot of things in your life. You just have to figure out what kind of resources are going to go with you. This vision quest is going to take you, though, to the lower world. So rising up requires you to understand something about the lower world. Now, that lower world is not as bad as TV and people that use magic the wrong way have made it seem. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. They got a really good market down there. They do. And you can get a lot of tools that you can use in this place that will run out energies that you can't run out right now because you don't have the correct tools. But it's with the knowledge that you gain that you understand how to use certain tools, what to do with them, when to bring them out, when to activate them, when to deactivate them. Whatever it is that you are needing to understand, you got to get it out of your head. And the only way to get it out of your head is to put it in your heart and then literally follow it. Go back with it in time. Find out why it's now dark, crazy, creepy. I don't want to do it versus what it was originally. It's an original intention. That's the part that you are going to be able to connect with. That's the part that you will make work and make fit in your life right now. And it will make a lot of things that are distracting you, holding you down, or holding you back go bye-bye, because that kind of ancient knowledge is intimidating, and knowledge is and will always be power. And that's what I got for you. Rossi. Dum, 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 dum. Okay. Well, I guess on this one, so I almost feel hmm, so it almost feels like they're kind of saying the same thing, right? So you have Archangel Raphael coming in over here with love, healing, and miracles, right? And then on this side over here with your meta message, it's basically the same thing, right? You have uh, the divine womb, and you have rebirth coming in, right? So the overall energy of all of it, though, is encompassing that rebirth energy, right? So looking at Raphael's message, this miracle, this understanding how healing changes everything. When you have finally found that healing, you have found something within yourself that is like it's a miracle even to you, that you are capable of it, that it's capable within you, that you can carry it, that you can give it, that you can bless it, that you can be it, right? So, Archangel Raphael is coming in, reminding you of exactly the heart that you were born with something very special. Your heart has this Maypie bird crow energy that's always protecting it at all times, no matter what, right? So to have this beautiful black and white bird energy coming in, protecting you, or maybe it's an all black one, or maybe it's an all white one, or maybe it's a raven, whatever it may be, it's coming in only to bless you and protect you. And this new way that you are finding this blessed you, right? You're coming in already blessed over here, right? So knowing that you're coming in blessed, this is your heart, and then you're coming in understanding that in your mind you're embracing meditation, right? You are understanding that the meditation, the lifting of the vibrations is where the healing is the strongest. And there is something that you are going to be working with this week with him, but it's also something that it feels like you already actively do in your life right now. So continue doing it as you're going, but there is something more to going a little higher. So that higher vibration is for you. Be selfish in that higher vibration. Take every moment as if it's the only moment while you're there. Make sure that that is your only focus, and you will somehow find yourself leveling and reaching higher levels of that vibration. Your meta message, like I said, comes in kind of very similar, right? There's a rebirth going on, an opportunity this week for you to understand something that is divinely wonderful within you. But the only way to do it is to go through this rebirth kind of experience, right? But it does show that it is definitely part of your system, right? So this 10 energy, this wheel of fortune, this medicine wheel energy is all about literally knowing we can sit here and cup our hands long enough. We can literally create an energy ball that eventually will grow to the size we want it, and we can feel that energy ball, right? We can bring in that energy ball. We can put it in our heart chakra. We can put it in our solar plexus. We can put it down there in our roots. Everything we can do. You're also going to be calling in that crow energy, which again falls back into the Maypie energy of it. So you get that double energy of protection when it comes from even the Morgan. You know, those crows, they come from the Morgan. So you might have her sitting there on the back of the beautiful protection circle saying, oh, well, she's going to need a few more crows, and just wiggle them fingers of hers. And then crows just start showing up all over again. So make sure that you understand it is really about you just going up a little bit more. Not everybody gets to go up. Some people go up so high that they can't go up any farther, right? So they have to move forward. That universe forces them forward. Well, you've done so much forward. Now it's time for you to just level on up. So continue doing exactly what you're doing. It does look like your whole world could be leveling up for you this week, and that is a very strong beautiful place to be. Just let them lift you up this week. And that's what I've got for you. All right. Let's see if I have another list. I need a drink. You're so welcome. Oh, beautiful Hypnicity's here. Hi, Hypnicity. Hi. Brother Thomas has done last call. I did see last call. Y'all know what that means. Last call. You have 60 seconds to get that me in there. If you do not get it in there, in 60 seconds, he closes the list. All right. Hypnicity, Tina, Marota, Anne, and Julie. And Julie. Ross, are you telling me to look up? 10, 5, 6. Is that list different than this list? No, that is this list. I'm so confused. Hypnicity, I see you, baby. I'd be confused too. I'd be Kool-Aid dipping in y'all's conversation because I know y'all be keeping the conversation going. And I'd be loving that shit. So I'd be Kool-Aid dipping. I'd be wanting to know. Okay. Oh, okay. Can I look? I can look. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I have one message of hope, but I think it can go in two different directions, right? So looking at both of these messages, again, they are quite similar. Okay, so here's where I'm going with this. Here, there, everywhere. Me too. I'm over here. I'm over there. I'm over here. I'm over there. All right. So the two places that I feel like Metatron is focusing with these is first, it's him and AA Michael. AA Michael is focusing on anxiety, and I do believe that Metatron could be focusing on a physical death. Physical death, could it be someone in your immediate family? Obviously, that's always a chance, right? But I think this is more like a part of you that you don't have to disown anymore. But you also you don't have to. I feel like this person may already be on the other side, and you carry some form of guilt for them, and even in the afterlife that they could be in already. You need to let something go, right? It's like I'm seeing them like literally like you like letting a balloon go up, or letting a candle burn all the way through, possibly maybe one of those lanterns that you light that go up and up or whatever, or even setting something on water, something that the intention is for it to cross over that rainbow bridge, right? It will be an acceptance. You do need to surrender to the emotion of letting something absolutely go. Either there's a reason that you need to retire a totem, maybe it's something that represents this person, and they need to go, right? So afterlife lets me know that you are still fighting for them, right? But at this point your fight is stronger than they can hold on to. There needs to be a surrender on both sides, right? Radical acceptance paired with this just means that it's time for them to move on, or it's time for you to let them go, right? So they need to move to the next part of their journey. And if there is something that you're holding of theirs, let's pretend that this K2 was somebody's and I was using it every day and I was holding on to their essence, their image, or whatever, and I wasn't allowing them closure, so to speak, right? So without that radical acceptance of me surrendering that item and no longer allowing it to be appointed as them, cleansing it, burying it, give it back to the earth, or change everything about it, let it become a stone of protection, transform it into something different, wrap it with wire, or just make it be something and represent something positive about that individual or that familiar, or maybe it's an animal or something like that. I don't know. But just make sure that there is a beautiful blessing that you get to give, because you get to give the closure that is needed for you to accept that it's time for someone to move on. Or this could be coming in a way for you to understand that the afterlife you're seeking could be seeking you, and this could be your message, is for you to start understanding what it's going to be like over there. And there needs to be closure on all parts. So it does feel like both sides of these are going with some form of closure. So if we go over here and we look at Michael's, it's about letting go, right? So you got courage, letting go, strength. You've got all of these same, very similar words going on over here, right? He's coming in with the healing of relieving anxiety. It wasn't in reverse. So, this is something that you're still working on. So, like I said, this could either be a physical death of some kind and you need to let something go, or it could be literally anxiety within you and you need to learn how to let it go. You could be carrying it on. You could be not being able to connect with something fully when it's on the other side because you're still not letting go of that anxiety. And that anxiety could literally be you holding on to a point of where something goes from rational to irrational. Irrational is when the anxiety starts kicking in. I suffer from it a lot. So, and it comes in the weirdest, oddest places in my life. So, you have to learn different breathing techniques as well. So with Michael, you do have the owl coming in. The owl is about messages and messengers. So make sure that you are paying attention. Again, that could kind of go any way. If you hear the owl, then maybe it's about you just taking moments right then and there to just breathe, be in that moment right there. Maybe it's about the owl being the messenger of the person that could be on the other side, and you're actually feeling their presence and they're telling you that maybe they are ready for you to do the full closure. There's also a message in a bottle coming for you. And again, it could be the message that you are receiving right now, or it could be your next person, or it just could come in the form of a dream. You could literally get a message in a bottle. You could find one at an antique store or something, or you could literally just write something down and then stick it under your TV or stick it under your pillow. And then next time you watch TV, see if the answer or the message comes, so to speak, through the TV. See if the universe is paying attention. And that's what I've got for you. Josh is wise. I'll be what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, they definitely represent that too as well. Tina. Who is this? Well, there's a lot going on over here. Okay. So you want me to start over here? Okay. So I'll figure that one out in a second. Maybe as I talk through the rest of this, right? Okay. So we're going to start with the overall review card, right? The overall energy is, I don't know why review was there other than I looked at the card and the word review is on the card, but the word is paired. The word is life review, right? So the overall energy of all of this that's in your meta message and also pairs with the archangel over there, it's all about a life review, right? So again, I feel like this is one of those things where you're going to start making lists, the pros, the cons, the A, the B, the category 1, category 2. Mine would be more like a list of 20, and then I would have to break the 20 down because I would have to have things that go bump in the night and things this and things that and thing this and thing that and blah, 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 blah. I would probably find rhyme and reason for every single thing. So you're going to have to literally make some, you're going to have to let go of control, right? So you're going to have to literally let go of some serious control going on, right? So you have Raguel coming in, which is about justice, discipline, and harmony. And it's paired with the overall energy healing card for you of relinquishing control. Right now, here's where it gets a little, okay, how is that going to happen? And I'm listening, and what I'm getting to is that the peace card that is paired with this is not about you being there. You need to make peace with understanding that justice, discipline, whatever it is, you cannot continue to seek it for something that you actually have no control over. It feels like you're seeking control for something that you can't even actually change. You're like one teeny tiny little ant living in a giant world. I'm not saying that eventually, if you had a gazillion ants, that your message not be heard. But right now, when you're preaching to the choir instead of the congregation, nobody's actually hearing, and all you're doing is stressing yourself out. So they want you to understand that there is a place for all of your gorgeous boldness, and they're literally saying the word boldness, like very outspokenness, like the person that's usually very shy, that you have to say, speak up. Speak up. I feel like you're going to be so bold with your words when the time is right. It's not just about time, it's about destination, location, journeys, experiences, resources, and the knowledge that you gain, right? Sometimes they force us into unlearning just so we can relearn it the correct way, a different way, a higher perspective way. Experiences change our legit reason of existing because we look at those experiences like, now, yeah, get rid of why. Why doesn't count. They don't even listen to that word. If that word is anywhere, and these are just little cues and tips that sometimes we struggle with when we're trying to understand what's going on. And usually the first word out of us as humans is why. Nope, they don't even hear that. No. And they're not listening. They're not programmed to hear that emotional human term. I'm just saying, you have got to get that discipline in check. So you have Parrot coming in. So unless you live in a tropical place, which is quite possible. We could all have that possibility. What I'm telling you is that, parrot isn't one of those that finds a lot of people that live in cold climates very often. So this parrot could show up in a plethora of other ways. I'm not kidding you. In your dreams, reading a book, watching TV, flipping through the channels, and all of a sudden parrot comes by. You're driving and you pass a U-Haul truck and it's got a parrot on the side of the truck that says, "Where's your next destination?" There's all kinds of ways that parrot can show up for you. You're typing away, not paying attention to nothing, and you're working and you're working and you're working and you're working, and all of a sudden in your head you're thinking, I really could go for a what? Parrot. I was thinking something else. Where did parrot come from? That's the universe looking to get your attention, or it's your spirit team screaming, "Parrot!" It's time, and it's noticing you, and you have to notice those times and notice when they are actually trying to get your attention. So pay very close attention to parrot this week. It's going to make significant changes on the way that you see things. It could be showing up in the oddest places. Those numbers are not the only way synchronicities show up, okay? Just pay attention. So you are going to have some serious finding of peace with some things that you have got to let go of control. Because as long as you think you're in control, then that's all you're going to get is you thinking that. So find a way to relinquish that control aspect, and you cannot keep going the distance. You cannot keep battling forces that you're not suitable to battle, and they are not going to change just because you're fighting for them. So learn now, because now changes everything. Now changes everything to the point where over in your meta message, even completion is in reverse, right? Something really just isn't complete all the way over here. It's paired with the energy of change. So with very swift, very hard, because horses, the faster and harder they're running, the harder their hooves hit, right? So it goes from those nice little trances and it playing to that hard gallop, and then all of a sudden it sounds like there's a damn freaking a car running you down, right? Because it's going so hard, the hooves are moving. So this change is coming in quite hard, and it's going to make a emotional change in your way that you meditate and find quietness, right? In order to find that deep quiet, that stillness, again, we're going to go back over here and understand it's because you are letting go of control. So continue letting go of control and understanding that only you can let it go, or you can build it up. Building it up from this point on literally probably doesn't even make sense anymore. But understand that the change that's coming, it's coming in hard, it's coming in fast, and it is intended to help you close off some circles that are not complete in your life. But with the change and with closure, those circles will complete, and you yourself will become more focused, and you'll understand something that's meant for you, because now you understand that you have officially closed that door, and now you must be patient and wait, because the next one, or the window that opens, is phenomenally all about you. And that's what I've got for you. Now I feel like I got a coal mine song in my head. Or it's a door song. No, I don't think so. I think it comes from Blazing Saddles, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I think it does. Never mind. Who is watching Blazing Saddles? Get out of my head. All right. Next. Tina, right? Ooh, we got a deep conversation going on. So Who's next? I've lost my place, y'all. Sorry. I'm noticing there's some slippage going on here. I don't know when it's going to kick in. All right. That was a lot to process. So I just read for Tina then? Is that? Um, Thomas! Who's next? Madame Maru is next. All right, Maruta, and then Anne and Julie. Maruta, Maruta. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. So, the fun part. All right, Marita, you got the giveaway card. So, you know how this works. It could be, because it's in your meta message, it can be in any way, form, shape, any person. You could give away knowledge. You could literally give away anything however you want. It's all on you. But I have to match the giveaway. So, uh, uh, okay. Yep. I literally did a deck count the other day of how many decks I have. Now, we will make it a little bit more easier to guess the number, right? So the number is within 150 to 250. So somewhere in there. So if you want to enter the giveaway for a free reading for September, I'm sorry, it will have to be scheduled for September. But if you want to enter into the giveaway for a free reading, as soon as this live is over, this goes to everybody that's watching. You have until the last day of September to enter for the giveaway. If you guess the appropriate or the exact number, or the closest to, whether you're over 1 or 2, it doesn't matter to me. The closest one is the winner, and we will see. So there's my giveaway. Look, everybody's entering them. Remember to come back and enter them in as soon as the live is over in the comment section. And then on the last day of September, we'll see who wins. All right, so Maruta, yours is all about a connection, right? This connection is about a hunger that you have. A hunger. It's the hunter within you. I'll get it out here in a minute. The warrior, the hunter within you, right? The craver of knowledge. So this connection that you are working on, it's about building a bridge between something. And the only way you're going to figure that out is to literally just get out there and hunt something new, find a way to track something new in your life so that you can find a way to get to it. You also have group think going on here. So this could be a call out from them just saying it's time to get together. It's time to put a powwow together. It's time to just maybe put a tarot book club circle. Oh, that would be so cool. So, just, occasionally get together and just sit down and talk with like-minded individuals. Oh, I love that. Anyway, so enjoy making connections this week, because every single connection that you make this week, it's about you literally trying to hunt something that you can bring fully into your life and have a wholehearted connection to it. When I look at the other side of all of this, you have Archangel Zadkiel coming in, and this is about freedom, forgiveness, and compassion. So understanding that the compassion is listed on this card is a word that not a lot of people understand, right? Right? Because they don't have the experiences in life that teach them what compassion is. They have passion, but to understand it deeper in a richer kind of way, right? Yeah, it's paired with the energy of soulmate and peacock, right? So when that male peacock does his little peacock flower dance, his shaking of his tail feathers, he is dancing for a mate. He is dancing for his partner. He is dancing for a soul connection, right? Now, obviously, if you being human and peacock being bird, it's not a connection that isn't anything other than just a soul familiar kind of connection, right? So understanding that the specific peacocks, walk through a field of them in your mind, understand that there's only one that's going to shake the tail feathers for you. That one is your familiar, your soulmate energy. That one is going to teach you a different way to understand compassion. You're also not having to worry about it working, affecting, persuading, or interfering with your integrity, because your integrity is in the reverse position. So this isn't a challenge that you are going to have. There's no super ego, there's no super pride. None of that is going to be involved in this. As you kind of walk through the fields of the animal, of the feathered animal, and understand that there's only one. No matter how long you have to look or walk or be at peace, the more peace you find as you take your walk, the easier it will be to find the one that is meant for you. So make those connections this week for you, build those bridges, start thinking of a way to, if you build it, they will come kind of energy is what it feels like right now. But just work on building bridges right now, and you will find something that your subconscious and also your hope cup is looking for. And that's what I've got for you. Okay. So Anne and Julie. I like the way you see that, Maruda. It makes a lot of sense. All right, Anne is here. Great. Really? You know, understanding human nature. I like the way you said it. I see it. I see that too. I definitely see that too. Knowing that there's ways to relate to people even when they have done the darkest of the dark, of the hurtful of the hurt, the wrongest of the wrong, the deepest of the deepest wounds. Once forgiveness comes, you don't see him as a bad guy anymore. You see him as a person that was once broken too, once misled, once abused, once treated and mistreated, and led to be creative, to be allowed to create those ugly, natural things that were ugly to us, but natural to them, right? You start understanding the brain a whole lot differently, because knowing who they are keeps them away from you, keeps you protected from them, because you now know what that bad energy looks like because of your own firsthand experiences, right? So sometimes compassion overrides passion itself, right? Sometimes compassion will have you, and I'm only speaking of a place where forgiveness is the only thing that opened the door, nothing else. That means you have accepted everything about that person, that energy, or that space, right? You have forgiven them for every disgustingly gross, harmful, hurtful, retarded thing. And then forgiving yourself for allowing it to happen, even if it had happened into your adult years where you had the ability to change it, but you didn't because of a child that was still scared. And then yet that child realized that I'm not there anymore. And then control started actually happening in your present life, and you started looking back and understanding that that inner me needed the most compassion from the beginning. When you start finding more about yourself as a child that you didn't even know that you picked up along the way because you didn't get a chance to look at that version of you. You were too busy defending yourself, protecting yourself, hiding yourself, pretending to be somebody that you weren't because you had to, because of whatever situation life put you in, right? The hands you were dealt, you did the best you could to play with them, right? And that was the only hand you had. So it's not like you could just throw the hand in and say, can I have 5 different ones? We game of life don't work like that. You got to play with the cards you're dealt. And you learned. And some of us become true gamblers. Some of us play the hand and we have the joker face and we have the poker experiences and the life achievement of knowing that right now, today, it's because we found a way to heal the inner us. We found a way to give ourselves a deeper knowledge of knowing that we must nurture us. We must find our connection to everything through us, right? We are source and source is us. So therefore, everything about us must reflect that. As is within, so without. As above, so below, right? So understanding that version of compassion is why yours falls right in your heart, right? Knowing that everywhere you go, you take you with you is the reason that the overall energy of this about taking back your own power is how it becomes. The little girl in you is full of magic that is going to lead your heart to a deeper knowledge of something. You're going to understand balance a little bit better because you yourself are going to say every day, I forgive you. I forgive me. I forgive them. I forgive them and they and everything that comes my way. I have to. That is not something that you've got room to carry when you are trying to keep some open space for what's ahead of you. What's ahead of you comes with Archangel Hamel, and it is about you understanding there's something about your body that they are literally going to break down for you. You are going to love it like you never have before, right? You are going to understand that there is intuition, joy, and gratitude to be found within this part of yourself. No, it's not disowned because you do know it's there, but you do need to come back off the edge of something just a little bit because you can only dance and play at the edge so far. You don't have physical wings. This is a place that could cause you to fall down and go boom. Yeah, the fall is quite far. So remember that this part of you puts your emotions and your control and your level of growth back in deep in them pockets, back locked behind chambers and doors in your subconscious and your unconscious. And then until they are re-triggered again, they're not exposed. So this time, while you are vulnerable, while you have the opportunity to really dive into that intuition of yours and find out why there are things about the physical body that you don't like. Find out why you keep playing so close to the edge too with those parts of you that you claim you don't like. Now, either I have a hair on my arm that's driving me absolute nuts or something is seriously trying to get my attention over here. So pay very close attention to that dancing on the edge. Yes, you will become a master of understanding it and being able to walk it with security, but right now you're just a little too close to it, right? So slow down just a little bit as you move through it. You do have Blue Jay coming in for you as you work with Archangel Hanel this week. So knowing that all the times that the Blue Jay comes in, if they're not coming in with that wow ass siren scream of theirs for a warning of a big animal in the sky, then absolutely just pay attention to what they're doing. Whether they're building a nest, are they picking up twigs, are they gathering berries? What are they actually doing? Are they starting to build their winter nest? It's all about the timing. So pay very close attention to those beautiful Blue Jays because they have many different songs and much knowledge to pass along. And that's what I got for you, sweetie. I want to thank anybody that has made a donation. I will do a quick check real quick and see if I owe anybody a thank you. My channel is not now, nor will it ever be monetized. So yes, you will have to notify me if you do make a donation. Or you can let it be a surprise and let it just come through on the wish list. Okay, no, I don't see anything. All right. Let me see here. You're welcome, Ian. I love Blue Jays too, man. They are so incredible. I remember when I was in the Midwest, and every morning I would sit outside, and I would probably be talking to Brother Thomas, and you could hear them screaming, and he'd be like, what do you think it is?" And almost every single time it would be a hawk, but every blue moon there'd be an owl or an eagle or something else. But for the most part, it was usually always a hawk. But it was so amazing watching them. Oh man, their warning cry is like no other. You definitely know when there's something bigger above them, and they let the whole forest know. They are warning everybody. I love it. Oh, you found a kitten? Oh my god. Tina, it's probably your familiar. You think you found it? No. He found you. Or she. He or she found you. All right. Julie. All right. So the overall energy of your meta message is the self-realization, right? So take a moment and really look at that. Can you see it? I hope it's coming in clear. There's definitely a path there, right? See that path? Can't how you quite tell what's up there that leads to that gorgeous, beautiful being, right? Is it really broken? Is it an obstacle illusion? Is there a side path that goes to it? Guess we won't know until you get there, right? Before you get there, though, you're going to have to witness how. You're not going to just know how to do it, right? It's not going to be one of them things where you just know. But I can tell you that witnessing something gives you an opening on your path to experience something like never before. Never before. Especially when it's done with pure intention. So something about a self-realization for you is going to help you, but it's going to help you close the door to something because you've already done it. You've completed it. You've been done with it probably for a very long time. You just haven't realized that you never closed the door, right? Sometimes we don't know that we have to like physically say, "I'm closing the door." When you read a book, you don't read the book open. When you're done reading the book, you close the book up, right? So understanding that whatever this is, it's only about you witnessing something, right? So this needle of intention is about you seeing exactly what it is. You're not supposed to interfere with it. To interfere with it would be hindering it from closing. This is something that must fully close in order for something else to happen. You can't close the door and wait 5 minutes and be like, well, I am so impatient. Blah, 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 blah. It might be 5 months, 5 years, 5 days, 5 decades. Who knows? Who knows when that next door or window opens? Patience usually is the only thing that will ever open those doors that we are meant to open. We have to have the vibration, the frequency. We have to be lifted and leveled with ourselves. We have to know that everything that is happening, it's happening for us. It's not happening to us. It's not happening in any other way, shape, form, or fashion other than for, right? It may be very ugly, it may be very painful, but it's still happening for us. Are we doing it for growth? Are we doing it for change? Are we literally ripping every wall down and having to buy new drywall and 2x4s and now I got to find new windows and yep, yes. You will be doing it intentionally, just as they are intentionally making sure that you clearly are able to be one step back here witnessing this person. If you don't fully witness it, you're not going to do it. And you may make the same mistakes you've always made again and again and again and again, because you are going to be saying, nope, I'm going to leave it open just a little bit because I never know. You cannot go into the future with that kind of mind frame. So with them intentionally making sure that you only witness the next step, it's for you to find your own and make your own way. But if you don't understand how something works without asking for some kind of guidance, and this angel that's walking right before you is leading the way, just step where they step. But you have to trust yourself in order to take that first step. So make sure that you understand. And it's a doozy. I'm not telling you it's easy. I sure ain't, because it is definitely a doozy. But you do have to make that first step. Your other message comes from Raziel. The archangel Raziel comes in with inspiration, mysteries, and the Akashic records. So with this gorgeous, beautiful, powerful, wonderful angel, you're also going to get a grouse. So this bird is about understanding nature better than probably a lot of other birds, because the grouse stays a lot of time on the ground because they make their nest down there. They do a lot on the ground. So their connections are really different. Can they fly when they need? Sure. But they know everything that they need is supplied from the ground, from the earth, from nature itself. So they're also going to want you to understand that working with her, with this inspiration, with these mysteries, it's also going to be about the right here and the right now. It's not about 5 minutes in the future, and it's definitely about yesterday, because none of yesterday can go into tomorrow. That unpromised place that none of us have promised to us, none of yesterday is allowed to go there. That's why they can't promise it to you, because you are still trying to bring yesterday possibly into that unpromised future, right? So when you start wheeling and dealing with the past you, right here and right now usually misses a bunch of abundance, knowledge, wisdom, lessons, and blessings that could be helping you level up and get closer to that unpromised tomorrow, right? That future you that's patiently saying, I knew I was going to do this. I did it again, didn't I? Damn. I said I was only going to do it at what? We are who our best version of us is trying to create right here, right now. So stay present, do as much as you can, but all of this comes with the energy of stepping into the unknown willingly, blindfolded. if I can't make choices, if I have no control, I also don't want to see it, be scared, or have fear. So blindfold me so that right now can't see. I can only sense it, I can feel it, but I can be, right? So intimidating it could be, absolutely. Not joking. Very much real, could be. But it seems like you're really meant to do it. So even if you got to do it with a blindfold on, get her done, because you're meant to go somewhere in the future with just you. It's going to be wonderful. And that's what I got for you, sweetie. Moving forward. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love, love, love it. All right. Did I miss anybody? Brother Thomas, was that the completion of the list? My crown? My crown? It's my crown. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do one last check. All done. Okay. And do one last check. No? Okay. All right, guys. So, future watchers, those that have sat here with me, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so very much. Remember, do all the YouTubey things, and I will see you guys. If I get a box, a mail, I'm supposed to have an unboxing. Supposed to have been here a couple days, Friday, I think. Supposed to have been here Friday. It didn't show up. So, fingers crossed that it shows up today, you guys. Let's get it here. All right. I am so happy, so honored that you guys let me read for you. And I will see you soon. Bye, guys.